Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of ACC Basics. And today we're stepping into the GT4 class in ACC. It's new, it's brand new, so if you don't want to miss a thing about the GT4s, be sure to subscribe. This series is aimed at beginner sim racers or someone who is new to the GT4 class in ACC. So if you want more information about that, be sure to stick around. In today's video, we're gonna discuss why you should pick a main GT4 car to drive, what the benefits of sticking with one car are, and I'm gonna help you along the way to find the car that's suited for you. If you're still looking for a GT4 car to drive. Now, why should you stick with just one car? The GT4 cars all have their own quirks, their strengths, their weaknesses, and you gotta drive them a certain way to get the most potential out of them. So experiencing races with one car will make you learn how to deal with certain situations. You'll have a better feel for what you can do with the car, when you can push it, when you should reel it in a little bit. And I think I can sum it up with an analogy very well. If you want to learn music and one day you're ping-a-ling-a-ling on the guitar and the next day you're ting-a-ling-a-ling on the piano and the day after that you're on a tuba, you're not gonna learn any of those instruments very quickly. And I think that's the same for cars. If you're good with one car, you'll have an easier time with new cars. So if you want to make the switch later on, it's gonna be easier. Especially when you're a new sim racer, it's best to stick with one car and really learn the ins and outs of that one car so that you can apply your racing theory, the things you've learned about racing, in other cars. And yeah, that's kind of why I think you should stick with one car. You learn it really well. You learn the ins and outs, you become real good friends, you experience some adventures together, and maybe after that you can branch out to other cars that you might like. But if you're new, I think it's the best strategy to stick with one car. Well, right now you might be thinking, what car do I have to drive then? And I've made a couple of categories in the GT4 class to better help you find the car that suits your needs. So the first category we got is the safe category. The safe, fun. These cars are all very planted, they're reliable, you can count on them when things get tough. And the first one in the safe and fun category is the Alpine A110. So the Alpine, in my experience, is a decently fast car, very versatile, very planted. It doesn't do anything out of the ordinary. It's a car. If you like a very steady, a very reliable car, the Alpine might be for you. Then next up is the Aston Martin. The Aston Martin is very similar to the Alpine in my opinion. Also very planted, very reliable. You steer it one way, it goes that way. No problems there. Easy to save when you start slipping. Also pretty fast, so it's a good car for beginners. Then we got the Chevrolet Camaro, a real American car. And now the Chevy is a bit of a different beast from the Alpine and the Aston Martin. It is a muscle car, of course. It's a big chunk boy, and it's sometimes a little bit like a log. If you get the steering down with the Chevy, it's very versatile, but it's also still, because it's so huge, it's very steady. Try it out if you like some American muscle that is very steady, not as planted as the Aston or the Alpine, a little looser, but still, if you get it turning, it's great. Next up we got the Ginetta, very agile car, very planted, does whatever you ask of it in my opinion. It's a little bit more edgy than the Aston or the Alpine, a lot more agile than the Chevy, but still it's very planted. It doesn't slide that easily, and you can take it out on track and have a lot of fun with it. And the last one in this category is the AMG Mercedes. Like its big brother counterpart in the GT3, overall just a good car. It's fast, it's stable, it's good through corners, doesn't slide easily. Yeah, and that's kind of all I gotta say about the AMG. It's just an overall good car. it doesn't surprise you. That's why it's not exciting, which is the next category. Ooh. The first car in the exciting category is the BMW M4. The BMW is a bit more chunky and you can really eat the curbs with this one, although it sometimes wants to drift. And that little bit of edge, I like it. It's up until now, the M4 is my favorite. A little bit of a wild card of a car. The BMW M4 is a very good choice. Now, the next one is the Audi. Very exciting car in my opinion. The Audi is mid-engined, which you don't really have that much in the GT4 class. Because it's mid-engined, it's very agile. It's very easy to turn, but also very easy to oversteer. Still, it's planted, and if you treat it good, if you treat it nice and right with respect, you can get through any corner very fast. If you treat it with respect, don't upset it too much, you're gonna have a really good time with this car. Then we got the KTM X-Bow. It's a thing out of space or something. It's something totally different. It feels really good in my opinion. A really exciting car to drive. I like it very much. It drives a little bit like a kart. It's got a lot of downforce in comparison to the other GT4 cars, although it can get a bit loose. This one likes to get loose. So you gotta watch out for that, but if you keep that under control, it's smooth sailing with the KTM X-Bow. Then next up is the McLaren. I think the McLaren is definitely gonna be top tier in the GT4 class. It's very fast, it's very agile, it's easy to keep it in check, but you can still really throw it around without it getting upset that much. And it's excellent. I think it's gonna be one of the fastest in the class. Then the last one in the exciting category of GT4 cars, the Porsche. Very exciting, also rear engine, I think. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong with that, but I think it's rear engine. Very agile because of it. You can really feel that oversteer, but not too much because this car is not that powerful as the GT3 Porsches. This is just perfectly powerful to keep it agile, to keep it swift, to keep it edgy, and it makes for an exciting ride. It's a very good compliment for this car. I like it. Then we got our last category. There's only one car in this category, so we might as well call this category the Maserati category. The Maserati is a bit of a one-off car, in my opinion. It doesn't really fit with the other GT4s, although it's very competitive. You gotta be able to drive it. And it's pretty hard to drive, in my opinion. It's a scary car to drive because the Maserati, it doesn't have any traction control, it doesn't have any ABS, so you're gonna be locking up your brakes, you're gonna be oversteering like hell when you get on the throttle too hard. This car really needs attention, respect. You need to nurture this car. And if you don't, it's gonna break you, it's gonna kill you. So watch out for the Maserati, but it is the most exciting car in the game right now, in my opinion. That's the GT4 cars for you. I hope it helped a little bit. If you got any questions, leave them in the comments down below. Anyway, I hope you liked the video. Subscribe for more sim racing content, and I hope you all sleep well tonight. Don't let the bed bugs bite, and watch out for that monster under your bed. He called me. He says he's gonna tickle your feet, and that keeps you from sleeping. That's not nice. So watch out for him. Anyway, I see you later, my beautiful baby boys, my beautiful baby girls. I love you. Mwah. Have a good day. Bye-bye.